Hi guys, I'm back today with day 2 and 3 of my 2015 December daily, and today I am using this 3 pocket page for day 2, and it's going to be the 4x6 on the bottom and the two 3x4s on the top. And I'm using the Claus and Company collection for my entire December daily and throwing in a few bits and pieces here and there from my stash, but most of it is from the Claus and Company. So I'm taking this little red striped paper and backing these two 3x4 card and picture, and just to make it easier to get this down, I am taping the two 3x4s together. And then I'm going to put that down on the candy stripe paper, and I really like the border that it has, and it brings out the red from the top right. And on this top picture, I am going to be using a square photo, and I'm going to end up trimming it down. I wanted more of the red to show, so you're just going to see me here using my Creative Memories trimmer to get this down just a smidge. And then that will just allow a little bit more red to show around the edge. I really like this paper here, and I wanted to bring that out a little bit more. Excuse me. And I'm going to end up mounting these little square photos, and they're about 1.5 by 1.5 or so. I'm not quite exactly sure of the measurements. I just used the PicFrame app, and there is a template on there that can put 3 little pictures on a 4x6, and I'm not exactly sure what the measurements are, but I think they're right about an inch and a half, something like that. And I'm just mounting these on white cardstock just so they pop a little bit more on that holly paper. And that holly paper is pretty busy, so in a minute here you're going to see me back that holly paper. But I think first, yeah, I'm going to go on to that bright card, and I'm going to use a deer head. Yay! I don't like deer heads, but it was perfect for this photo because it was a picture of a sporting goods store. So I thought a deer head and sporting goods, perfect match. So I was really happy and proud that I was able to use a deer head on my layout and not have to hoard it in my stash. So I just stuck that chipboard deer on the card, and now I'm looking for a phrase to go kind of in the neckish area of the deer, and I believe I am picking oh, what does it say? Oh, I can't remember now. You're going to see a close up. Oh, wish list. That's what it is. Because we're shopping and I thought wish list was appropriate. So I'm just going to fishtail the ends and then stick that right there in the center. And these stickers are kind of like a stiff sticker. So I thought putting a little bit of my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive on that would help it stay on that deer head a little bit better. And now I'm going to work on the left hand side. And here is where I'm going to add this piece of vellum. I'm just going to cut it in a 3x4 rectangle and then cover up that holly paper because it just need to mute those holly leaves and berries a little bit more. I thought that was a little bit distracting, and I think using the vellum mutes it just enough to make it not be so overwhelming when you look at the pictures, because the pictures, they're small but they are a little bit busy, just because of my daughter's pattern on her GMEs and the background and things like that. And those are pictures of her trying to reach and get into her advent calendar. We always get a chocolate advent calendar every year. And so it's really inexpensive ones you get like at Michael's, or I think Walmart sells them and things like that. But she loves them. It's probably her favorite one that she has. We have a few actually this year. And I'm just going to adhere that on, and I just put the adhesive on the back of the photos so you don't actually notice the adhesive through the vellum. And now I'm going to take this word fun. It's already been cut in a fishtail banner. I cut it a minute ago, and I'm adding that here. And I'm also going to add a heart, and one of those holographic heart stickers from the sticker sheet. And I'm going to play around with it to try to determine where I kind of want to put it, but it's going to end up going in the bottom right hand corner here in a second. So right now I'm just kind of looking through, and here is where I want to put it over there, but it just seemed too busy. It didn't seem to work. If the heart was a little bigger, I think it would look nice on top or underneath the fun banner, but I'm just going to stick it here in the bottom right. Next, I'm going to move on to the bottom card, I believe. Oh no, I'm going to add a little snowflake to the top right, and this is just a snowflake I stamped with Versamark on vellum, and then I added my glitter embossing powder, the red glitter embossing powder that I got specifically for December Daily. I'm just going to add it so maybe about 3/4, maybe not quite, is peeking over the edge, and I'm going to trim off the excess. And I just like how that balanced the red heart that's in the left card with the right card, and I think it may add just a little bit extra something to the page. So now I think I'm going to be doing the bottom card here. I'm going to add one of these faux brads to the center of the two. It just has a little typewriter that says ho ho ho. I'm going to add that on. It's got like a little bit of a silverish pewter edge, and I thought it matched with the silver wish list banner that I put on the deer head up in the top right. And now I'm just playing, trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm going to end up adding a stamp to the tree on the right. And I don't really like how this turns out, but it is but it, you know, it is what it is, and I already stuck it. I didn't want to print the picture again. So it says Oh Christmas Tree, and this is an Ali Edwards stamp. And I'm going to use my StazOn ink to stamp it, but I don't know. I don't know if it's my ink and it's old or what, but it just doesn't stamp very well. It kind of just, I don't know, leaves kind of a pale white line. So I'm going to try to remedy that later on. And it's going to look okay, but it's not my favorite. But, you know, it is what it is. I need to find a better ink that stays on photos that looks nicer. I can use the brushes and things like that inside of those photo applications like Photoshop and things, but it's usually one of those things where I don't necessarily think about it until I'm actually scrapbooking it, and I don't necessarily want to print the picture out and take the time to put the brush on there, so I just kind of go with the flow. Here I'm just adding one of the little holographic kind of stars, and now I'm going to journal on that left card. I'm just going to draw several lines and then journal. And what I try to do is draw a couple lines first and then start journaling, and then if I need more lines, I'll draw more lines as I go. And that seems to work pretty well. So here's some close-ups of the left-hand side, and then next here you're going to be seeing day 3, and it's going to be the right-hand page. And this, oh, this is where I'm going to try to fix the Oh Christmas Tree. And I'm just using one of those white Jelly Roll pens, and it looks okay. I probably could go back and clean it up just a little bit more. It looks a little sketchy, and I don't know. It's, you know, it, like I said, it is what it is. It's not my absolute favorite thing, but it ends up working okay. I just wish I could write like this and then I wouldn't have to worry about stamping on the photos. So now this is 2 4x6 photos. The one on the bottom here that I'm messing with is from PicFrame. I just made a collage where I put 2 3x4 size pictures on one 4x6, and I'm mounting it on some white cardstock. I have a selfie, and my selfie printer does not print 4x6, which none of them do, which is a kind of a bummer, but normally it doesn't bother me if I'm doing regular scrapbook pages, but when I do pocket pages, it gets kind of annoying. So I just mounted that on some white cardstock. And here I'm taking one of the 3x4 cards from the kit and punching out with my circle punch. I think it's a 2.5-inch circle punch. And I'm punching the word 3 out. And I'm just adhering that down so that the bottom of the circle is trimmed off. And in a little bit, I think I'm going to be adding a little star atop of the 3, but I'm going to work on this top card first. So now I'm just kind of playing around. I wanted to use that 25 because this is her other advent calendar that she's playing with. It's a Barbie advent calendar, but I just didn't like how it looked and it covered up too much of the shoe. So I ended up scrapping that idea and then moving on. And I'm just going to put this little star sticker at the top right, and I think it looks nice because it mirrors the stars that are on the word 3 that I punched out. And now I'm going to be adding that star. Oh no, I'm going to add a border first to the top card. It's a little scallop border from this, I believe it's Hampton Art stamp set, or is it Hero Arts? I can't remember. If you guys need to know, let me know and I will look it up and put that below or respond back to you in the comment section. I'm just going to take my Versamark here and ink it up. I'm going to put this under the word Christmas and use my pewter silver embossing powder to emboss that, and that's just going to bring some of the silver from the left hand side of the page where I had that word wish list to the right hand page, and it's not quite as shiny, but it still has that silver look. And I'm kind of intermixing silver and gold in this layout. I don't typically put silver and gold on the same page, but what I'll do is like one 2-page spread I'll do silver, and different 2-page spread I'll do gold, and I kind of just try to mix it up a little bit. I know you can kind of mix the silver and gold together, but I don't know, I still have a little bit of a problem with that. I don't tend to do that, but I like when people do it. It looks nice. So, you know what? You have whatever you want to do. It's your rules. It's your scrapbooking. You guys do whatever you want. So I'm just taking some of my little powder tool to make sure that I don't get a lot of extra embossing powder all over the card, and I am just stamping that, putting the embossing powder on. I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to end up taking it off the photo. I've had really bad problems embossing on photos, and it really peels these up, and I'm not sure if it's because it's the selfie paper or all paper does that. I actually saw Ali Edwards do some embossing on her photo, and it didn't seem to do much as long as she was careful and she didn't hold on the heat too long. So it may be, depending on what kind of photo paper you use, will determine if it does bubble or how much it does bubble. So definitely experiment. Just don't experiment on anything important. So here's that sterling silver opaque embossing powder. I'm just showing you a close-up. I'm embossing it on this little wood veneer star using my Versamark ink, and I'm going to add that to the top right of the card where I put that little circle sticker with the stars on it. Just using my fine liner bottle. Again, that's just Scotch Quick Dry in that fine liner bottle. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying my December daily series. I've had a lot of fun doing this so far. I am starting to catch up on my December daily, and hopefully I will be catching up on the videos too, so you guys can see more of my days. And I want to wish you guys all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope to talk to you guys really soon again. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.